Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Taryn Tass. I'm back with another video, and I got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today. I got a 4K Blu-ray that I want to review. Plus, I got in the. I know I didn't go for the second sight 4K release of this. I wanted to watch the movie first, see if I actually like it. So I ended up going for the Blu-ray Steelbook. You already know what it is by the title of the video. We'll just get right into it. If I can have just 1 second, I just got a couple of things I want to show you that I got from Kino Lorber. I was curious about this movie, never saw it, and finally got a chance to. 4K, I got The Antichrist, or it's also called The Tempter. Let me see, show you real quick here. It was an okay movie. I mean, it's an Italian Exorcist knockoff and stuff like that, but see, but there you got the different cover art, you know. The Tempter and all. This come to us on 4K from Kino Lorber. I think it's Umbrella is putting out like a nice collector's edition Blu-ray with the slipcase and everything else, so that's something to look forward to. Audio commentary by author, film historian Lee Gambin and film critic Sally Christie. Raising Hell featurette with director co-writer Alberto Di Martino and composer Ennio Morricone. You know an Italian movie is already upped its game when you got Morricone on the score. The Tempter opening credits and TV spots includes both English and Italian audio. So there you go, got that bad boy. And of course, typical Kino disc art. They do good releases and stuff, but boy, their disc art is really not much to write home about. Then you got the reversible cover art there. So honestly, this one here though, like I said, I don't really have anything to compare to, but honestly, this movie didn't really, I gotta be honest, it didn't really blow me away on 4K. The movie itself was okay. I mean, it was alright, you know, it was decent and stuff, you know, I don't mind it. I could see myself watching it again, but just honestly, like I said, just this movie, you know, especially with the visual effects and stuff, like the visual effects in this are very, very obvious. And honestly, it's like this movie, yeah, I gotta be honest, 4K didn't really do this movie any favors. I would say, you know, honestly, in a case such as this, you'd probably be better off if you just got it on a Blu-ray or, you know, DVD or something like that. Just because, like I said, you know, just with the 4K transfer, it's not that Kino did a bad job, it's just it's so like sharp and everything else. So when you see stuff, you see like, you know, the beds levitate or you see something fly across the room, you could tell. I mean, it doesn't have that, you know, they didn't do it in camera the way like freaking did on The Exorcist. You know, a lot of this stuff, you know, they did like against blue screens and stuff like that, and it's very, very blatantly obvious. So I gotta be honest, just 4K didn't really do this movie any favors, but I would say, you know, if you got a Blu-ray or a DVD of this, you know, you'd probably be better off. But sorry, but, you know, I got to be honest. Just, yeah. Or if nothing else, just get this just for the Blu-ray. So, but anyway, pick that one up. And this one here, man, I can't believe I found this. I've been looking for this for a while. As far as I know, it's pretty much out of print, but I found it brand new, sealed still. And, well, it's not sealed now because I put it in a black case to go with my other Blu-rays. But we got The Black Waters of Echo's Pond with Danielle Harris and Robert Patrick, the Queen Danielle Harris. But yeah, I've had this on DVD for a long time. I really always wanted to upgrade it, so now finally got that chance. So yeah, really happy to finally score this bad boy. And brand new, still sealed? I think so. So anyway, so that's it. So now we're going to get to the real reason why you guys are here. I'll go ahead and I'll start with The Stepfather first. What year I think this was 87. Yeah, 1987. So here's, you can tell I already got the slipcover and a protective case and everything. So The Stepfather, who am I here? He wanted a perfect family in a perfect town, but they couldn't measure up. Neither could the others. I've always liked this movie. I like the sequels. I even like Stepfather 3. And that is one thing that I'm hoping. I do hope, in a way, I hope that this sells well enough that maybe, I believe Synapse has the rights to Stepfather 2 because they put out a DVD of it. I'm hoping if they still got the rights to it, maybe they'd be like, wow, look at how good the first one's selling. Maybe we should consider, I mean, unfortunately, Jeff Burris passed away, but, maybe they could be like, let's see what we could do about maybe getting, Stepfather 2 out on 4K. And let's see about finally getting out a physical release for Stepfather 3, and, I mean, at the very least, give us a Blu-ray for crying out loud of the movies, but anyway, so yeah, it was nice that they finally put this out. And the best part is we got some new bonus features here. Okay, we got the new 4K restoration presented in Dolby Vision. Audio commentary with Joseph Rubin. We got a new audio commentary with Jill Sholin and filmmaker Jackson Stewart. And new audio commentary with film critic Megan Navarro. A new audio commentary with film critic Keir Gomes. I hope that's how you say it. Then on the Blu-ray, you got the 4K, the audio commentaries. Let's see, you got new Phantom of the Family interview with Jill Sholin. So, the Stepfather Chronicles retrospective featuring interviews with Joseph Rubin, producer Jay Benson, Jill Sholin, author Brian Garfield, and others on the making of the film and its ending legacy. Trailers for all 3 films in Still Gallery. So yeah, I mean, at least there you go. There's something. You get some new bonus features with it and stuff. And like I said, I'm really hoping that this one does well enough that maybe somebody out there can get the rights to Stepfather 2 and 3, and we can finally get those bad boys. Like I said, at the very least, give us a Blu-ray of them, But here you go. Then we got our Emery case here. Unfortunately, no reversible cover art or anything like that. So, as you can tell. And you got your disc art here. Let me turn this around. Terry O'Quinn, that guy was amazing. And honestly, the guy who played him in the 3rd movie wasn't all that bad either, I mean, of course, Terry O'Quinn is the Stepfather. Let's not talk about the remake, okay? I mean, especially with Amber Heard in it. Ugh. So, but yeah, like, what the hell was Amber Heard going to do in that movie? What was she going to do? Spray diarrhea all over the guy? So, anyway, but yeah, this is a nice addition. As you can tell, I mean, not really any big frills or anything like that, but hey, at least it's nice. You got some new bonus features out of it. And I really enjoy this movie. I've watched it many, many times over the years. I admit, as a young teenage boy, it's like I had such a crush on Jill Sholin, still do. I mean, she still as gorgeous as ever, but always liked her as an actress. I liked her in this. I liked her in Popcorn, Cutting Class. That was then, this is now. I've always liked Jill Sholin as an actress. It's not just her looks. I think she's very talented as well. But yeah, I've always liked this movie. Terry O'Quinn gave such a great performance. Shelley Hack, it was like watching Shelley Hack in this, and then that episode she did of Tales from the Crypt with Corey Feldman. That was fun. That was a good one to watch. But yeah, just overall, I like the movie. I like the concept. The funny thing is, though, is like it was years before I found out that actually this was inspired by John List. John List, if you don't know, he was this very like uptight, religious, fanatical man. He lived in a house with his family. He had, a wife, kids. His mother was living with him. And at one point, he started feeling like his world was crumbling around him. He lost his job and things like this. And he felt like because his kids were growing up, he felt his kids were like being influenced by, bad morals and all this other kind of stuff. So he figured to save his family, he executed all of them. He killed his entire family. Then I remember hearing the story on a TV show, and then, like he had laid their bodies in, I think it was the living room or something. Then he put towels over their faces, and then he left. And then he left, changed his identity, all that kind of stuff, started a new life elsewhere, and he did it, and he stayed hidden in plain sight for years. And as a matter of fact, when the TV show America's Most Wanted came on, he was, they thought it was a long shot, like not really going to happen, but they did it. They did an episode on him. They did like a reconstruction of what they think he would look like, now as opposed to then. And lo and behold, John List was the very first criminal that America's Most Wanted captured, and stuff like that. And he was the inspiration for this movie. But it was crazy that it was years before I even made the connection. So anyway, but yeah, I've always liked this movie, and I like the sequels and everything else. And so I'm definitely not upset that I bought the 4K. The sound quality is decent. Let's see, what do we got here? Where does it say? Come on, I know we got it here somewhere. Okay, yeah, DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. So the sound quality was decent. The picture quality, now this one is going to be a little bit rough. The picture quality, if you're one of those people, like, you love, your movies to have a lot of grain in them and stuff like that, you're going to love this. I mean, I understand it's to preserve the film stock and so on. I get that. But just, there were moments when I was watching this where it's kind of like the picture quality was a bit rough looking. And, after a while, like, just kind of watching it, after a while, you're kind of like, you just kind of like need to kind of turn your eyes away for a second, just, it does, a lot of the shots are really dark and muddy, but, certain colors do pop out, like red, the color red and stuff like that. One thing I will say, though, it does give a nice look because I believe the movie takes place in Washington. So you definitely, like, watching the movie, you definitely get that vibe of, you get that feel of, like, what it probably is like to live in Washington. I've never lived there, but, it's like usually it's always kind of cloudy and overcast. It seems like, it's always raining and stuff like that. At least that's what I've heard. So, you definitely get that feel of it watching this movie, even though I'm kind of sure, I think this movie is actually made in Canada, but I could be wrong about that. But still, just overall, like, yeah, if you're one of those, you like the idea that they preserve the grainy look and everything else, then you're going to love the transfer on this. If you're somebody who's kind of going into this, hoping that the movie's going to have a more kind of crisp, clean look to it and stuff like that, you're not going to really get that with this. So, just kind of like, it would have been nice to see a little bit more. I'm not saying they need to go in with, like AI and, do a James Cameron on it and clean it all up and stuff like that. They didn't need to go that far. I was just kind of expecting it to look a little bit, just a little bit, cleaner, a little bit sharper, things like this. But overall, I'm definitely not sad that I bought this. It's like, it's a genuinely good movie, a good thriller, great performances, stuff like this. And, I've always liked this movie. I've watched it a number of times over the years. It was a blast revisiting this and getting to see it on 4K and stuff. And I've always liked it. I like the concept behind the movie and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely not sad that I spent the $32.99 on this. The only thing I am sad about is I wish we were kind of back to last year's prices, because if you remember, like last year, like to get a new Scream Factory, from Amazon, by the time it shipped out, it was, $29.99 plus tax. Now it's like $32, $33, some cases even $35.99 plus tax. So yeah, I missed the lower prices. That's one thing I regret. I just wish it could have been a little bit cheaper, but oh well. If you want to pick this up, I would say, if you got the Blu-ray, yeah, if you want to go ahead and get this, get it for the new bonus features. There's something. I would say, though, as far as like the transfer and the sound go, I would say, honestly, maybe wait and see if you can maybe get it for a cheaper price. Maybe see here, maybe in a couple of months or whatever, like for Black Friday or something like that. See, maybe Scream Factory is going to do a sale, or, if you have like a record store or, some place that sells movies, maybe see, kind of like, maybe hold back, maybe see if somebody might sell theirs off or trade theirs in or something like that. You might be able to get it at a reduced price. If you want to go ahead and get it for the bonus features, I'd say do that. But, if you just don't feel if you don't feel like you need to be in a hurry to get this one, I'd say, yeah, wait it out. See if you can get a bargain for it. But, still, really good movie. I'm glad we got it on 4K. So, and let's finish this bad boy up. We're going to talk about, I got the Blu-ray Steelbook, like I said, of Late Night with the Devil. Here we go. Got on the back there. Never seen this movie before, and it's really nice to get it. This did come with the envelope and stuff. My envelope was cracked, so I do have the extra little frills that they got there. But let me show you real quick. There are the discs. You got the Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo. There's the DVD of it. You want to see the inside artwork of your Steelbook. It's just the character, I forget what his name is, but with the audience. Well, it's right here because it got the pic. Jack Delroy. Okay. Yeah, Jack Delroy and his audience, and I heard a lot of good things about this. I heard a couple of negative things. Mostly the negative thing that I heard was, like people were not happy that in certain instances in the movie that they use AI in certain scenes. I got to be honest, I don't know exactly what scenes those were, so I can't really tell you. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I liked the concept of it. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I could see watching this over and over again. You got this little, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but you got the demon eyes there. And there's Conversations with the Devil by I think it's supposed to be a bookmark. Conversations with the Devil by Dr. June Ross Mitchell. So you got that. Then you got the, I guess it's air freshener here. The Night Owls air freshener, which is the name of the show in the movie. Night Owls. So I got that. Like I said, my envelope got cracked, so I just pretty much just kind of put these in here with the Steelbook. So there you go. See, you got the little, here's your kind of card here, giving the specs. I know that the second sight 4K is supposed to have more bonus features, but here you got commentary by David Dasmalchian. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Jack Delroy. Q&A with directors Colin and Cameron Carners. I hope I said it. And behind the scenes of Late Night with the Devil. So you got that. And you got the you got a signed picture of Jack Delroy. Nothing on the back there. Then you got the amazing Christo, psychic with telekinetic powers. He can talk with the dead. An advertisement for that. What's it say here? Military Park Hotel, Drake Hotel. Oh, okay. Just kind of like a listing of where the character is or was supposed to perform. But so there we go. So that's pretty much everything. I enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I had fun with it. Do I think I'm going to go for the second sight 4K? Well, about the time I get around to it, it's, all I'm going to be able to do is get the standard 4K. I didn't think about this till I heard somebody mention it the other day that they said, this may not be the best movie to have on a 4K. I know I'm going to come off sound like a cheap bastard, but this may not be the best movie to have on a 4K because it's supposed to have that kind of like late night, kind of old, because it takes place in 1977. It's supposed to have that old 1970s television feel. And, they say, maybe the 4K isn't really the best idea for something like this because it's going to look too modern. It's going to look a little too sharp, too cleaned up and stuff, so it's maybe better to have the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray will at least maintain some of that, kind of like old television feel. So I don't know. I might just go ahead and just, stick with this for now. I'm not going to shame anybody who buys the 4K. If you buy it, you want it. I mean, you do you. Go for it, man. But just honestly, I think I can just be happy with this. And, I got it. It's a nice, I'm not the world's biggest Steelbook fanatic, but, it's nice, and I got some bonus features out of it and stuff, but I don't know. So I think I might just stick with this. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I know they said they use AI in some scenes. I just don't know exactly. Maybe if I go watch it a second time, I might be able to pick up on it, but I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely say, yeah, go ahead and pick up Late Night with the Devil. And, if you don't want the Steelbook, I think I think you got to wait till next month, but there's going to be just a standard Blu-ray edition of that coming out next month. But, yeah. And this wasn't a bad price either. I think, oh man, I think it dropped down to about $25.99 by the time it shipped. So, I mean, that's not bad. For a Steelbook, brand new release, not bad at all. Plus the little odds and ends you get with it, so... But overall, I'm really happy with everything I got here, and this is cool. Late Night with the Devil, the Stepfather on 4K. Like I said, like maybe wait, if you want to, but still, nice to finally upgrade Black Waters of Echo's Pond to Blu-ray, and then finally the Antichrist. Maybe go ahead and go with the Umbrella Blu-ray. It's like, it might cost you a little bit more, but at least you'll get a nice edition out of it with the slipcase and everything else. I mean, if you want to go for the 4K, go for it. But just it's, I gotta admit, I just wasn't really blown away with the transfer. But so anyway, so that's it. Yeah, that's everything I could think of. So if anybody took the time to watch all of this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, would you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I was going to try to get this video out a couple of days ago, but unfortunately couldn't do it. But so that's it. And today is Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th, guys. Can you see it? There we go. Got Jason and Freddy just chilling at Camp Crystal Lake. So that's it. So have a good night, everybody. See you later.